welcome to Entertainment Weekly's 2022 Comic-Con studio. We are live again, coming to you with plenty of cast interviews, lots of coverage all weekend long on EW.com. You can check out so much there. I am back with another cast of another show that is, trying to make a splash here at Comic-Con like everyone else, and there is no better place for a sci-fi series than Comic-Con. So we have here the cast and creator of the series, GenZeroes. Folks, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by our studio. I'm going to give each of you a chance to introduce yourselves and your characters and the part they play in the bigger story here. Sure.
I'm Tom O'Pennicott, and I play Ranger, and I'm leader of the Stars of Freedom. And
one of the many factions.
One of the many factions.
Humans, yes.
We're more of a military faction, and I'm very much like a general.
I can see that. That's some good casting.
Thank you.
Some good casting.
Yes. And Bethany?
I'm also a general. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean...
You didn't see that coming, right?
Right? Yeah.
Out of left field.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sort of a general. I'm Bethany Brown, and I play Bax, so I'm second in command of the Children of Them, the coolest faction.
Absolutely, it
They're
is.
the rock stars.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be some debate about that, but
There's a lot of debate over these things. Me. Okay. I'm Richard Harmon. I play Vigo, who's the insane leader of the Children of Them. Sort of. Our faction is more of like a cult almost kind of thing. We're very.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Very like passionate.
Passionate.
That we could say.
Yeah.
Fundamentalist, religious base, looking at the aliens that came and pillaged our planet as gods and hoping for the return. So there's a bit of a rapture mentality around them.
And I have metal teeth, so that's great.
Oh, well, I mean, that's like, you can do nothing else at this point, right? Like, once you have metal teeth, is there anything else to aspire to?
No, I mean, it's great. It's nice to have a nice lisp when I have them on.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. There is that to think about. Yeah. And then Jeremy created the show, running the show, and doing something really interesting behind the scenes. Let's talk about this because is it right to say fully funded by NFTs?
Yeah, to a degree. The company House of Kiba launched an NFT series about a year and a bit ago called Gen X, a generative drop of these robots. And, they raised plenty of money off of that and wanted to expand on the lore and create a lore for the reason for being. So they brought us on as sci-fi writers to, build out a universe and brand it as this new sci-fi franchise. And we were all about it. Like, the Web3 space is a very exciting space to be in right now.
And technology plays a big part of the story here because the humans that are left on Earth after this alien invasion, they're very technologically advanced.
Correct.
Right? So they're very, trying to make the most of resources, very smart, because they have these aliens to kind of combat.
Yeah, the aliens have left. Our story starts actually in this year. We thought COVID was bad. We're all going to get invaded by aliens, and they're going to, like a marauding species, just like wreak havoc across our planet and take all the resources and then leave. So our story picks up 200 years removed from that event. So the aliens are actually pages in the history book, and now it's all about the characters trying to pull themselves out of the ashes and recreate societies and civilizations and philosophies of how humankind should move forward. And so it's got a little bit of a Game of Thrones. We like to say we're Game of Thrones in the future, which is not a bad comparable.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking, kind of joking about the debates among these factions, but there are 10, each kind of with their own distinct identity, their beliefs. That has created a lot of debate on set amongst you. I have to imagine.
Absolutely.
They like to keep us separate for now. Yeah. When we finally get on set together, that's probably gonna.
Everyone's pretty passionate about their faction and who's better.
It's such
makes for excellent work on set.
World,
Yeah.
That you can get pretty into.
Yeah, we all want to be the best faction, so we try to bring that to set.
I love you all equally.
He didn't say that last night.
Like 10 kids, right? 10 factions. So yeah, you love
send the love text he's sending me on the side.
But as you've really kind of dug into what each of these factions mean, and I mean, I guess specifically more your own, are there things that maybe you perhaps wouldn't agree with in normal life, but you're taking a look and you're like, oh, I get it. I see what they mean. I see where they're coming from. Do you get to look at things from?
I mean, that's a good
opposing
point.
views?
My faction is very much a military-driven faction with that perspective. They're a warmongering nation in many ways, and I think my character is very aggressive in his perspective and how he deals with things, and it's very different than I am. So it's interesting exploring that for sure.
Yeah, I don't tend to use like physical violence to solve my problems day to day. But Bax is
A lot of people are, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so,
and
yeah.
Bax is like legit proficient at physical violence.
That she is.
Really good at it.
Yeah.
It's her second language.
It might be my love language too, or Bax's
Oh.
love language. So.
That's an
Way to put
interesting
it.
thought.
It is your love
Yeah.
language, isn't it?
I'm
Right?
exactly like Vigo.
There's no difference.
He's me to a T.
I'm guessing that would be a bad thing from the way you're explaining that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are
figured
taking
that
home the
out
grill, right? You're taking home the grill, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
of
actually
course.
left them with the grill. You have your grill.
I have
safe
my
and
grill.
sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
break it out.
I miss it. I like
at some
tapping
point.
with it.
It's something that, right, like
Yeah,
that,
it's
like a
fun.
fidget or something.
Yeah, it becomes like a mannerism.
Yeah. Okay, so you really got into the action. Did you surprise yourself, or did you already know you were good at that kind of stuff?
Well, I have a sport background, so I have some physical training, and then I've been on set and done quite a few stunts up until this point. But that said, the knife skills and techniques were new for me, and I think it was slow going, but
You
Richard
nailed
was
it.
a trooper.
You nailed it.
And I made him practice with me like a bunch before we even got on set. And
my
then
pleasure.
And then with a final edit, it looks amazing. So that did surprise me.
I thought it looked fantastic. I've done a fair amount of that fight scenes, choreography over the years, even with weapons. And when I saw your scene, it looked fantastic. It looked like you've been doing it
you.
before. It's obvious that she's an athlete. I think that's
Yeah, and you have such a love for stunts too. Like it's because you really relish that opportunity to like get better and do it. You just
Well, I
you didn't
relish
just
the
toss it
opportunity
away.
of
Like you
throwing
really,
a knife
really
on you. Yeah, you're right.
join. Yeah,
Relish.
Everybody, he wants to do that.
But stunts are one thing. When you start throwing props into the mix, adding them in, I mean, a whole other level of difficulty. But
Yeah.
did you, I mean, once you kind of picked up on the prowess, were you guys like, oh, we can give her a lot more of that kind of stuff to do?
Oh yeah, it was a very much breath of fresh air when Bethany did her first take and pretty much nailed it. That speaks volumes to the prep work that her and Richard did, and now we're not afraid to throw anything at her. So get ready.
Thank you. Okay.
More to come
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, so so tell folks where they can watch the series and get into this.
Yeah, it's we have 8 chapters. It's a hybrid series. It's part live action, part comic book. We're using these 2 mediums to tell one linear story. So all 8 chapters that we have produced so far are on GenZeroes.com. They're free for everyone to consume and enjoy and become fans and part of the community. Please.
Very cool. So as folks dive in, is there like a moment for each of you that you're like, oh, I cannot wait for people to see this scene or this episode?
Well, I think, and I'm speaking honestly here, maybe these guys don't have the same situation, but oftentimes as actors, we're not given all the information about where it's going to go. But these gentlemen have been nice enough to let me, the showrunners, Jeremy and Matt, and even Alex have kind of informed me about a cool episode that I have coming up. And it's Alex came up with the idea. I know, I'm sorry. I've got a connection, Alex. You'll have to sort it out with him. But it's an amazing episode, and it's an incredible idea. I can't give you too much about it, but we're actually going to shoot it on my own property, which is up in the woods.
Really?
Yeah, that's the idea. Am I giving away too much?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
Just enough.
You can say
Good.
more. No.
Stop
okay.
now.
Just adding fuel to the faction fire.
Can I shoot from
It's
home?
fine.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to trash your place.
We'll shoot wherever you'd like to shoot.
There you go. New location. Well, guys, congrats on the series. I can't wait to get into all these debates now about these factions. I feel like that's going to be the kind of stuff that people latch on to. So, congrats on that. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
for watching. We have more interviews to come today. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.